Hello, it's Lucas here, and I've got another mock showcase for you. In today's video, I'm showing off my modifications I made to the LEGO train station. This is a set that I think came out in 2020 or 2022 maybe. I'm not quite sure on that, but it's a pretty good set on its own. But I thought that it was missing a few things, especially a back. So I made some large changes to it to accommodate what I thought really would make this train station the best train station that, well, I guess it's not the best train station money can buy, but it is definitely a much better train station now. Although it wasn't bad to begin with, but now it's better. And I'll show you everything I changed. Now, the first thing I changed is not actually that good, but it's also still slightly better. And that's that I changed the distance from the track to the actual platform to only be one stud. Originally, it was 3 studs, which was way too much. But the issue is, now that it's only 1 stud, if I go and grab this beautiful All-American 440 modifications by technoandrew, video in the description, you can see that there's a bit of an issue with clearance. So what I would change if I was making this again is I'd probably have it 2 studs out. That way there's still clearance, but the front is just derailed or broken. It's broken. Doesn't matter. But 2 studs, that way you can actually clear it perfectly with any train, regardless of size, or at least mostly regardless of size. Although I'm not sure there's many trains that won't pass that, but that's just one change I think I still have to make that would improve how it works. Even my E2 tank engine has a little bit of trouble with that, which you can see on my channel if you go check that out. It's the Escape from Earth video. You'll find it. It's pretty recent. Anyway, continuing on with I don't like that. Anyway, continuing on with my modifications, there's no bench here anymore, which is actually not a modification. That's just because I stole the parts for that. So don't think that's a modification, because it isn't a modification. Although I would add one if I could, but it's not there, so it's not a modification. Also, I believe that I added an extra leaf piece, to this top thing. Thought it looked more like it had a lot of foliage. I don't know. Over here, this is largely the same. I don't think I changed anything really about this front thing until you get up to here, but we'll get there later. But now we'll turn around and we'll go to the front of the building, which it's not the best looking front, but this is the platform. This is, of course, the front. And the biggest change is there's now an entrance, a front entrance to the train station. So you would just, as a minifigure, walk up these stairs. Do I have a minifigure around me? There we go. Perfect. As a minifigure, you'd walk up these stairs and enter in through these big doors. Double doors. I got them from Pick-a-Brick. Well, the Pick-a-Brick in the LEGO store. I didn't actually buy them online, but yeah, they're just to add continuity with the other things. And this is mostly modeled after exactly what you see on the other side. I mean, it does have 2 separate windows, which I don't know if that's how it would look if they actually made the back, but I just thought this looked nice. And also, who cares? It's my design. But anyway, moving further on, you just remove the roof in this big slab. It's the only way I could think of doing it because it's not actually that easy with the way that the roof is built to reverse it. But you can see it's got the same overhang right here. And actually, one more thing I need to mention is I moved the sign, which was originally in the front over here standing up. I moved it right here because technically you'd want the sign over here. That way when you're entering, you can see the sign and not over there, because that doesn't make any sense. But that's just because it wasn't a double-sided building, so they didn't need to add that there. Anyway, moving further on, we have the ticket booth right here, and there's the schedules. So I believe this was on the opposite side, or at least maybe, yeah, I think this one was over here. Something about that, or maybe it was outside, I'm not sure. But I know that this was somewhere else, and then it was just like this. I think, well, you can see right here, this is where the plates separate. This was the front, this is the added section. Anything past this line, anything past this more specifically. So I think that this was over here, but I moved it inside the building. There's the schedule, so you can see where all the trains are and where they'll end up being. Over here, the ticket booth, and then I just added a little dial to the register, and I think I made it a printed piece, yeah. Unless that was already there, which I'm not sure. I don't think much of this changed, except I think I changed up the structure a little bit just to steal some parts. And then there's a table here and a chair just for this guy to sit at. I don't look at that, because that's supposed to be like that. But yeah, so I mean, not much changed to the interior, just because there's not much to change except for the additional chair. Now this is probably the biggest, aside from the fact that there's back to this, but probably one of the biggest ones or changes was to this observation tower, or signal tower, because I didn't really like how it looked. It was very flat. It had one of the big window pieces, or a few big window pieces, and it looked very, very flat. And I felt like it wouldn't really be effective if you were trying to look out at trains and make sure everything's running perfectly, because it's very flat. You can't see really below you as easily. So I changed it to accommodate these sloped pieces. That way it's got a more interesting shape. It looks downwards. I also added this roof, this big roof. I believe this was actually, or something around like this. I also added these side windows for more viewing angles, if that's how you want to say it. And I mean, hold on, I'm trying to fix the roof. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, and I added bricks all the way around just because I felt like that really matched what I wanted this to look like. I forget how you open this up. Alright, gotta pull this off. This one's a lot easier because it's not as big. And on the inside, forget about the studs. I just need a lot of 1x4s, but I don't think much changed in there. Everything seems to be pretty much the exact same. And so, I mean, it really, this one was also just kind of cosmetic, but I feel like this changed a lot too. And also there's this and this, which is meant to fill in the gap left right there. And there it is. There's the train station. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I don't think there's many changes that I would make, except for, of course, the spacing on here. And that way you can accommodate engines like technoandrew's beautiful modification of the Lego CK Holiday train set, which was one of my dream Lego sets as a kid. Well, I guess I wasn't very young when it came out, but decently young. But it's just that's besides the point. I mean, yeah. Of course, this isn't the correct livery, but that's just because I based it off of the Toy Story version, because that was my favorite movie as a kid, only because of the intro scene, and not because of anything else. So, that's why it looks like this. And there's also the official stickers, which were only $10, so that wasn't that bad. And a few other pieces I had to buy, like this, and these, and these, and this, because I couldn't find mine. And then I found mine immediately after, which is just so convenient, isn't it? And I also have this, but it's not hooked up currently, as you could probably tell, just because it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing. I like it a lot more when it looks like this. I don't know what I'm going to do with the power functions now, or powered up system, but, you know, whatever. This is a really nice one. I also changed this to have like little silvery wrenches because they were black, and I thought that looked too drab and boring. And also, I changed this to a flat top rather than a full cone all the way back up, just because I think it looks a little bit nicer, in my opinion. Also, this is the train station. I've had this thing for quite some time, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, you know, and that'll be all. And I'll see you guys in the next video, possibly November 1st, although I'm planning one more towards the middle of the month, based on a big project that has been ongoing for so many years and already has countless videos on my channel, also known as Minecraft World. So there might be a Minecraft World video halfway through the month, doesn't matter, halfway through the month, if not November 1st. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, like, goodbye.